Shalom everyone, this is Kris Shoemaker, also known as Yehudah ben Shomeyr, and welcome to the Daily Drash. Today's Daily Drash is taken from Proverbs 20, verse 4. Autumn is over, but the idler does not plow. At harvest time he looks, nothing there. You know, sometimes we think of God as a genie in a bottle or as some great benevolent grandfather that we could just leave it all to him and we can kick back and let God do all the work and answer all our prayers, meet all our needs, and grant all our wishes. But that's not the way it works. The way it is set up is that, and this is not a biblical verse, although it's often mistaken as a biblical verse, but the principle is nonetheless true. God helps those who help themselves. God expects us to do our part, and whatever we can't do or do well or whatever we lack, God will give the increase. And we live in a society now where we have a generation coming up that doesn't know the good and satisfying feeling of a hard day's work, of a hard day's work, completing a task and standing back and looking at what you were able to accomplish, and the good feeling of accomplishing things. They have government programs and welfare assistance and all these kind of things that just give young people whatever they want, whatever they need, handed on a silver platter, and therefore they get this feeling that, oh, I deserve this, or I'm entitled to this, or this is my right. And they don't realize that in reality, they don't really have any rights. If it really gets down to it, and when they get out into the real world after having an adolescence of having everything given and handed to them, and they get out into the real world, then they just go insane and they spiral out of control, and then they're dependent upon the mental health or welfare government system the rest of their lives because they can't handle reality. They can't handle getting calluses and blisters on their hands. They can't handle doing hard and rough work. But we're not doing our young people any favors by handing them things. We need to show them that, yeah, we're willing to give them things as long as they work for it, as long as they strive for it and try for it. And this verse in Proverbs just brings everything home. Autumn is over, but the idler doesn't plow. Was he expecting some plow fairy to come and plow the fields for him? Oh God, please have this field plowed. And at harvest time he looks and nothing there. Oh, well, I should go out there and get my food. Oh, well, what happened? There's nothing there. Well, that's because the field wasn't plowed, because you didn't plow, you didn't plant. So why do you expect to harvest? You just expect it to come from nowhere? You expect to fold your hands and say, God, give me a great harvest without working for it? That's just ludicrous. That's insanity. Autumn is over, but the idler doesn't plow. At harvest time, he looks, nothing there. You know what? Guys, we need to push, we need to strive, we need to work hard. And wherever we lack, wherever we fall short, or wherever we need help, God will be there. God will give the increase. God will bless us when we work hard. Because when God created Adam, he just didn't create Adam in a paradise and have him kick back and, on a lawn chair by a beach and drinking pina coladas. No, it says that God created man and placed him in the garden to tend it, to work the soil, to guard it. Adam had a job to do, even in paradise. So work was a pleasure. Work was a joy. It wasn't until after the fall that work was, by the sweat of your brow shall you eat bread. Thorns and thistles will you have to, tend with when you're tilling the ground. It wasn't until after the fall that the hard element came to work. But even though there's that hard element of work because we live post-fall, nonetheless, there is a good, gratifying, satisfying feeling of a hard day's work and a job well done. And it says that in Proverbs or Psalms, I can't remember which, but it says that the sleep of a laborer or the rest of the laborer is sweet. So when we work hard, we're going to have a good night's rest because we worked hard and we deserve that rest. You wonder why so many people can't sleep and have insomnia? Because they don't do anything. They're always resting. They don't need the rest, and therefore they get their mind on things they shouldn't get on. Anyways, guys, go out there and have a great day. Work hard today and have a blessed day. Thanks for listening. Shalom and Shavuot Tov. Hey, folks, let me give you something to think about. Go to my YouTube channel, Ray Bash Katan, and look for the playlist, The Monthly Musings. There, you'll find a thought-provoking message from the Word of God for each month of the year.